He one of 3 Tulane players this year to score over 1,000 points in their career to reach that milestone.
Memphis used man-to-man defense to be very effective in that first half. And of course, Carney and Massey really did a nice job carrying the offensive load for Memphis.
Spann fouled on his way to the bucket by Carney. It was Massey and Carney early for Memphis.
We'll show you some of that right here. You can see Carney right there. He's such a good shooter from the outside, but he's very adept at taking it inside, too. And a leaper. I mean, can really sky. Massey, he gets it all done with about 8 feet of the basket. 8 big points in that first half. Nice pass right there by Irwin into Massey. I'll tell you what, he had such a big game against Tulane in that first outing when he picked up 34 points and 16 rebounds in that first game they played with the Green Wave.
You look at the field goal percentages, as I mentioned, Larry, 47% to 41 for Memphis, but the rebounding story big in Memphis's favor. They were behind early in the offensive rebounding category, but then ended up with 8 along with Tulane after the first half of play. A 6-point lead now for the Tigers.
Tulane, they're in a man-to-man defense. That's what they used most of the first half.
Green Wave come into this ball game on a 4-game winning streak. Memphis, conversely, has won 3 in a row. Massey double-teamed, cross-court to Burks, wide open for 3. And Marsh comes down with the rebound for Tulane.
Well, Watari Marsh has really been the leader of this basketball team in the last couple of weeks. He's really picked it up.
And drives baseline on Burns. Got all the way in there.
Pretty good move that time by Spann to get it up quickly because the big guys are coming after him.
And Coach John Calipari of the Memphis Tigers calls a quick timeout to stem the flow of the Tulane Green Wave. Brandon Spann weaving his way to the bucket for a deuce. Will be arena, the corner of Ferret and McAllister, and this guy, Massey, a man among boys sometimes.
Yeah, you can see what he did against Tulane in that first meeting on January the 7th. Tonight, he's picked up right where he left off. 8 points. In fact, he was the leading assist man in the first half for Memphis with 3.
Averaging a double-double on the season, 17 points to go along with 11 rebounds. They had Carney on the back door. They go to Massey underneath, and he's fouled. Boy, Brendan Brown really no match for his strength.
Massey checks in at 6'9", 253 pounds. Has 8 double-doubles this year, and that's in only 12 games. He had some academic problems, also some sanctions leveled against him, and he's back playing. And I'm going to tell you what, John Calipari is very happy to have him.
It's been a bit of a struggle for him, and Coach Cal has had to convince him at times to be rather patient when it comes to the double and triple teams that he often sees. That got to get the big fella to understand you're not getting the ball sometimes, not because your teammates don't want to get it to you, it's just that they can't.
You know, coaches always tell players, particularly the wings and the guards, to get the ball inside to the big man as often as you can. If they don't have the shot, they'll kick it back out to you. And Massey's been doing that very, very often in the last couple of weeks.
5-point ball game. Good help on the pick and roll. Spann goes inside. Pieszewicz gets it back out to Brown. They repost it to Pieszewicz on the baseline. 10 on the shot clock.
Boy, good defense by Memphis.
Here's Marsh with 5 on the shot clock. Massey with the rebound. Good defensive sequence for Memphis.
It was outstanding.
Cross court to a wide open Rice, who missed.
Anthony Rice struggling a little with his shot today.
Spann cross court. And it's a 3-point game. Good look by Brendan Spann.
Senior from right here in New Orleans. Carney almost lost that ball. Good defensive play by Wayne Tinsley.
Massey triple teamed. Got the shot off, but missed it. Irwin with the putback. And Pieszewicz with the rebound.
Good pass.
Brown.
What a great look by Watari Marsh.
A 10-1 run for the Green Wave.
Just when you thought Memphis was going to seal it up, close the suitcase and go home, Green Wave come running back.
Rice tied up. timeout called by Memphis. And a wave of emotion coming over the green wave.
Watch again, you'll see right here, now they're pushing the ball down. You see Span right there with a nice dish on the inside. Tinsley with a finish. There it is again. Nice catch on a run out by Brandon Brown. Well, Memphis a little tardy getting back on defense.
Boy, Tulane, Larry, getting much better shots here so far in the second half. Reflected in the field goal percentage.
Mark, I think we've got a technical foul that's been called.
Saw Rice there arguing with the officials about something, maybe claiming that he was hit in the head.
Well, I think what happened was Anthony Rice for Memphis threw the ball at one of the Tulane players. You know, oftentimes when you've got that dead ball, you've got to give the ball to the nearest official. Instead of giving it to the referee, he just turned around and fired it. I don't know who he hit, but Anthony Rice picks up the technical foul. Part of that might have been frustration. He's had a struggle today.
Yeah, he shot an air ball on one of his first field goal attempts from three-point territory. Brandon Span now at the free throw line with a chance to tie the ball game for the second time today. Tulane has never led. Green Wave coming in on a 4-game winning streak. Memphis, meanwhile, has won 3 in a row.
It's just simply unsportsmanlike conduct. That's something you just don't do in college basketball.
Got to keep a lid on it. Hey, a win today for Tulane, and they would grab a share of first place along with Memphis and UAB, all at 5 and 4. A traffic jam atop the National Division standings in Conference USA.
Yeah, South Florida right in that mix too right now at 500.
Seth Greenberg has those guys playing well. This place is a bandbox of noise right now. Burns into the paint. Brown with the rebound. Tulane looking to push the tempo a little bit more here early in the second half.
The Tulane just come out of the locker room. They look like a different team than what we saw in the first half.
There's Marsh for 3. Got it!
They are a different team. Atari Marsh burying that outside shot. He has been really strong against ranked clubs this year.
They are raising the roof here at Fogelman. Hunt on the drive, had it knocked away. And it's going to stay with the Tigers. Watari Marsh, the team's leading scorer, 13-1 here in the second half. Marsh getting it done for Tulane.
Watch again, Watari Marsh with a nice move going baseline and right up over the glass, and there he goes down inside with the left hand. Tell you what, he's the heart and soul of this team. He's the senior. He's the guy that leads them. There's that offensive rebound. And again, the long-range jumper. He has 9 points so far in this game.
Watari Marsh, the team's leading scorer, 15 points a game, and you mentioned it earlier. You allude to the fact that he plays his best games against the toughest opponents. And an offensive foul against Massey. That is their 4th team foul here in the second half. So just 1 for Tulane.
Chris Massey once again down in that corner trying to shake himself free, and he just pushed off with that right arm.
Tulane leading by 4. From downtown, bang!
Ivan Pijasevic from Belgrade, Yugoslavia. Started the last 4 games, and what a difference it has made for this Tulane club. Watch Pijasevic right here. Good screen set by Wayne Tinsley, allowed him to let that one go. This is a guy at 6'10" that can step out and shoot threes.
Folks, don't forget more great college basketball action for you Saturday on ABC. You'll see either Louisville against Marquette, another great Conference USA game. North Carolina State taking on Temple up in Philadelphia, or UCLA against Arizona State at Saturday, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific on ABC. Check local listings for the game in your area. And one of the great matchups in that game, 2 guys we've seen all year, Reece Gaines and Dwayne Wade for Marquette.
Really sets up a great matchup between Marquette and Louisville. Of course, Louisville went down to defeat to St. Louis last night. Marquette continues to win. It'll be a battle for first place.
Gaines with a career high in the losing cause, 28 points in that game. Tulane with its biggest lead of the ball game, and they go to the man-child inside, Chris Massey.
Just love the way Massey can spin down underneath like that. If you don't double and triple team him, he'll take on anybody defensively down there and handle them.
That was their first field goal since 1:03 to go in the first half. Let's take a look at the standings in the American Division. In Conference USA, Marquette and Louisville both with one loss.
Cincinnati coming off of a big win against Oklahoma State out of the Big 12 this past weekend. I think all three of those clubs on top are going to be in the NCAA tournament. Trying to find out who that fourth one's going to be out of this division.
And Memphis with designs on that fourth spot. Massey double team. Pieszewicz coming on the pass. Got into the paint. Richmond missed the finger roll. Left it short.
Oh, great steal by Burks.
Antonio Burks lost his footing and missed the layup.
That's one of those situations where you pull it back out. You know, you're 1-on-4. You have no chance.
Going just a little bit too fast to foul underneath against Richmond.
You know, sometimes guys make great plays and they think they've got a big S on their chest and they've got to do something special after that. That's when you really take it under control. You bring it back out and you set your offense.
Sinville coming into the ball game for Brandon Brown. Sinville was a starter for most of the season, got sick, lost his job, but is contributing off the bench. Massey with the big rebound underneath, up to Burks. Rebound, Sinville.
Memphis cannot buy a basket right now.
Their three-point shooting coming into this ball game. In the last 5 games, they've been red hot, 45% from three-point territory. Not today, though.
Mark's very quick with the basketball. You have to respect his ability to dribble drive.
And Spann threw it away. Memphis with a chance to cut it to 3.
Got a little contingency here. I'm going to say a couple of hundred people from Memphis.
Yeah.
Maybe they came down on the riverboat.
Well, it's a 6-hour drive. I'd rather take the boat, but you know what? Chris Massey is the guy to float anybody's boat right now. Got the bucket inside, cutting the lead to 3.
Tell you what, he has been the total offense for them in this second half so far.
34 along with 16 rebounds in the first meeting. Tinsley missed the layup.
There he is again. He is everywhere. You just got to love the way Chris Massey plays.
Never takes a possession off either, Larry. And a hold against Tulane and number 15, Nick Sinville. That's a load for him to guard underneath. Outweighed by about 25 pounds. Kinzer coming into the ball game for the Green Wave along with Dwayne Irwin.
Well, Tulane's been trying to double and triple team Massey all night long. This was a steal they got in the first half. Here's another one they got in the first half. And then here he is in the second half with that little spin move. You know, oftentimes when you get the ball and you know you're going to be double or triple team, you either get it out or you get it up quickly.
That time he got it to the cup. Massey inside cuts the lead to just 1.
No rotation by Tulane that time. No double teaming. No chance to give the ball.
He has all of Memphis's points here in the half. Sinville into the lane. Got the bank to fall. Nick Sinville, the senior from Shreveport. And it's back up to a 3-point lead for Tulane.
And Antonio Burks now slowing it down a little bit. John Calipari says, I want to run our half-court stuff. Find somebody else can score besides Massey.
Rice still trying to find it offensively. Pieszewicz with the rebound. Boy, Anthony Rice was shooting well coming into this one. Not tonight, though.
Bad pass that time by Tinsley. Bad angle.
Sinville kicks it out to Kinzer. Pieszewicz picked by Irwin. Good defensive hustle by Irwin. Out of bounds, it'll be Tulane ball, leading by 3 with just under 12 minutes to go here in the second half. Folks, remember in their last meeting, Chris Massey had a monster game. We'll show you every facet of how he did it. 44-41 with 11:59 to go. And remember, back to the first meeting between these two teams, Larry, Chris Massey did it in every facet of the game to Tulane.
Yeah, January the 7th, he picked up 34 points, 16 rebounds. He did everything, and Tulane tried to set up some sort of defense to shut him down. It didn't do them any good. They zoned, they double-teamed him, they triple-teamed him. Didn't do any good. He just simply went up and just handled them.
He was 15 of 23 from the field, and tonight he has 15 points, and the meter's still running. And you saw in the highlights there, Larry, he passes it out of the post pretty well.
He does very well, and the thing about it, it keeps those Memphis players, the wing players and the guards alert.
Marsh with a reverse missing. Sinville. Marsh got it back. And Tulane asserting itself on the offensive boards like they did early in the first half. 5-point lead for the Green Wave.
Pretty good effort on the offensive glass that time by Tulane. Antonio Burks trying to find his shooting eye.
Richmond driving the baseline, swatted away by the Q, Quincy Davis.
The foul may come inside. I think Tinsley might have gotten him. It was a good block by Davis. Good move. Looked like he almost stepped out of bounds.
Yeah.
I thought Richmond might have had his foot might have slid right along that edge of the baseline.
Billy Richmond going to the line, a guy that, as we mentioned, has battled the flu and missed the East Carolina game last week. A great penetrator, as you saw moments ago, missing the first free throw. Shoots just 51% from the stripe. Rice comes out of the ball game. Irwin comes back in for the Tigers. Memphis with 14 fouls. Tulane also with 4. Missing both free throws. You know, Richmond has been doing a lot of work with assistant coach Milt Wagner on his shooting stroke. That time it didn't pay off, though.
He's had a really roller coaster season this year. Tulane having difficulty standing up. Kinzer almost slid out of bounds.
Top it's Tinsley.
Good steal.
Got pinched by Richmond. That time got the easy layup.
That's what you like to have. Let your defense dictate your offense. Get the steal, get the easy layup. Billy Richmond with a good defensive play. Lakers trying to pick up their defense a little bit right now. They'd like to get some steals, some stops.
Sinville in the low post, working on Irwin. Kicks it back out to Kinzer. Foul underneath. It's against Irwin. Folks, don't forget Saturday, a full day of college basketball on ESPN, highlighted by 2 games. Number 9, Notre Dame, taking on Carmelo Anthony in Syracuse at 1 Eastern. Then at 9 Eastern time, Duke takes on Virginia. Duke trying to get their thing back together again. Losing a tough one tonight, a game earlier on ESPN in double overtime against Wake Forest.
I'm going to tell you something. Has there been a player any hotter than Carmelo Anthony in the last 3 games? 26 points and 10 rebounds. That freshman is something.
Kinzer out top.
Going up against a pretty tough Notre Dame team.
You got to take a good look at Anthony. He may not be around for much longer. Rice comes up with a steal.
We need to get Mike Bray out of that studio back to his team.
Rice finally got one to fall. He struggled all night from beyond the 3-point line and finally connects to tie the game at 46. We're here at Fogelman Arena here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Memphis, first place in the National Division in Conference USA, taking on Tulane, who has been red-hot winners of 4 consecutive contests. I'm Mark Jones along with Larry Connolly. This game now, plenty of ebb and flow here in the second half. Tulane came out with a 13-1 run to begin the second half to take the lead, but since that time, Memphis has fought back. Underneath, Sinville missing.
Boy, he had an easy layup too, and Massey really did not challenge him. But Massey did get the rebound.
Chance now for Memphis to take the lead. Grice. Richmond got the rebound, although Spann was blocking him out.
Yeah, Spann tried to block him out. The ball went a little too far over his head.
There's Richmond out front.
There's Massey. They had him, didn't get it to him.
Being guarded by the younger Davis, but Richmond tees it up.
Look at Massey.
Battling
Look at Massey.
And fouled by Quincy Davis. He'll go to the line for 2.
I'm telling you, he just will not be denied. He won't get the pass. He goes back inside, gets the offensive rebound, draws the foul. Well, Chris Massey just doing everything for this Memphis team to keep them in this game.
Massey missing the first of two, a 67% free throw shooter. Folks, if you don't already know this story, didn't play high school basketball at all. He's out of Texas, earned his GED, and then attended Oxnard College. Prior to that, though, he worked at a Houston area electrical company installing fixtures and outlets. Right now, he's bringing the juice from Memphis.
I'll tell you what, he's a fixture on that block down there.
Memphis in the midst of a 12-4 run right now in the last 5:16. Tigers leading by 1. 9 minutes to go. Marsh got all the way to the bucket. A little too easy against Memphis for Coach Calipari.
Yeah, a little defensive lapse that time allowed Marsh to get inside. I think they were trying to switch. Bad communication defensively that time by the Tigers.
Rice into Massey.
Gonna go again.
Spins away from the double team. Good rebound by Rice, and it's rejected by Davis.
Oh, what a block by Davis. It's the second one of those he's gotten in this half.
Tremendous wingspan by the freshman. Double team again on Massey. Burke steps up, and he drains the jumper. That's what they've got to do when the double comes on Massey.
The pass goes inside. It comes back out when Massey can't get anything done. You've got to be ready to shoot the basketball. That time Burks was ready.
Antonio Burks with just his second three-point field goal on the season. Here's Span. Jump ball, possession arrow in favor of Memphis. Check that Tulane. Seniors often playing with a great sense of urgency, and there's the urgency displayed by...
Look at these four guys. They have absolutely no clue what's going on. They cannot spell ESPN2. Folks, this is a school where the average undergrad SAT is 1385, and they're trying to figure out how to spell ESPN, and here comes the end. Now get it down in there. Now we've got the two. They finally got it right.
The end was coming from his calculus lab. Boy, you don't get much for your $34,000 worth of tuition, do you? That's per year. Really a great campus here in the Garden District of New Orleans. Memphis with a 1-point lead.
Put up the barricades, getting ready for the big show.
Oh, yeah. 9 on the shot clock. They got to go with it quickly. Marsh for 3. Hey, that's a good play, Larry.
You know, you got to guard him. I mean, how can you run off and leave the leading scorer, at least in the last couple of games for them? Marsh at 15 a game. You can't do that. He's shooting almost 40% from beyond the three-point line.
Burks out top, working on Span. Massey double team. And this time he threw it away. Tinsley. Off his knee, it'll be Memphis ball.
What a play by Antonio Burks to come in there and slap that off his knee. That's a hustle play.
Antonio Burks might be the fastest player, baseline to baseline, in Conference USA.
Look at this. I mean, nobody in the blue jersey coming out to challenge Watari Marsh.
There's a look at the three-point shooting story. Tulane picking it up a little bit here in the second half. Memphis continuing to struggle. That 1-3 coming courtesy of Anthony Rice. Rice puts up the 3 ball. Rice underneath. Had it tipped and blocked from behind. And it's Tulane ball. I think it was Quincy Davis once again, Larry.
Yeah, Davis was right there. Look, Rice had a good look at that basket. And Rice had an even better one. He had it right in the crosshairs and couldn't finish.
Davis, meanwhile, number 50 there on your screen. A real live body with a great wingspan. A freshman that has been earning many more minutes because of his proficient work in practice. So says head coach Finney. Marsh.
Well, Marsh has taken over this game. He makes that 3 and just simply creates his own offense right there. Good one-on-one move.
4-point lead for the Green Wave. Trying to extend their winning streak to 5 games and earn a share of first place in the National Division. Grice rejected. Brown with the block.
Brandon Brown right there with that big paw. Marsh again.
He's feeling it. And he was fouled on his foray to the bucket. Tulane in the midst of a 7-0 run. Folks, College Game Night brings you up to date on all the news, scores, highlights around the country each Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night. Chris Fowler, Andy Katz, Jay Billis have all the action tonight at midnight Eastern time. For more information, log on to ESPN.com. And don't forget Mike Bray hanging with the guys in the studio.
it free on that baseline.
Approaching 6 minutes to go here in the second half. Marsh ISO'd on the wing against Richmond. That time got a little bit anxious. Burks quickly up court to Richmond. Massey with the tip. Quincy Davis with a strong rebound. Brown trying to post up. He was working hard against Irwin.
Tulane looks like so much more poised in this half than they did in their first half.
Brown with 15 on the shot clock. Brandon Brown.
Massey with another rebound.
Here's Burks. Boy, good transition defense that time by Tulane, Larry. See the way they got back.
Yeah, he had Richmond wide open though on that wing. Passed him up.
Massey double team from the baseline side. They swing it around. Wide open jumper, and off the mark is Richmond again.
You got to be able to make those. If you can't make that 19-foot shot with nobody around you, you've got problems.
Memphis down by 4. Watari Marsh is working here in the second half.
Watch this. In the corner, in front of the Tulane bench, nailing the three. Watch him work his way inside. And this guy gets it done from everywhere. Top of the circle, beyond the three-point line, another three.
Really one of the great stories at Tulane. He sat out the first year under head coach Finney because of some academic troubles, and now expected to graduate on time in May, and doing it also on the basketball court. Tulane starting off the first of 3 consecutive contests here at home. Up next, TCU, then South Florida on the menu. Then they travel to Southern Miss and come back to Houston. So this is a time where Finney says they could make a little hay for themselves, Larry.
Well, they've got 3 of those 4 at home, obviously, and Southern Miss is not that far away. It's just a bus ride. What if they'll take the riverboat?
A 4-point lead for the Green Wave.
It's great fun if you ever get on one of those paddle wheelers. They really are. A lot of fun.
Take me on a ride night out. On the wing, it's Tinsley. Under 5 minutes to go. Span. Rebound, nothing but blue shirts on the glass. Richmond got it. Might have gotten a better shot coming out of a timeout.
There it is. That's what they needed.
John Grice III with the 3. Right, he's down to 1.
Well, Grice is one of the better three-point shooters anyway. You got to let those guys that can make those threes put them up there. He and Carney are the best.
A 20-point game in the last contest against TCU. Here's Marsh. Inside to Brown. Grice with the rebound, and a chance now for Memphis to retake the lead.
This is about Thursday night tonight. We've got close games all over the place. Double time in front of us, and we got a close one right here in the final 4 minutes.
Grice just missing a little bit short on that last runner. Tulane 0 for its last 4 field goals.
Memphis has really ratcheted up that defense.
Span to Brown, nice speed inside, and Davis is fouled underneath.
What a beautiful touch pass by Brandon Brown. I want to tell you what, B-squared got it done right there. I mean, he dropped that ball right down in the lap of Quincy Davis. Look at this. Thing of beauty.
Quincy Davis, the 6'9 freshman, goes to the line for 2. Massey comes back into the ball game for the Tigers. Diarra comes out. He committed the last foul.
Good idea right there by John Calipari. Just simply sitting down, giving him a couple of minutes. Now he's got the TV timeout coming up. He gets another couple of minute break.
The man affectionately known as Q here on campus at Tulane sinks the second one. But John Grice III with the 3 ball. And here's a look at our game reset. Memphis and Tulane both with a full timeout remaining. Tulane with 2 30-second timeouts remaining. Memphis at the limit of 7 fouls. And Massey was 16 and 11, Larry.
Here's what has to happen. They've got to go back to him inside. Memphis has got to put the offense, run it through him.
Got a nice 2-minute breather moments ago. Grice hit his last one and now begins to catch fire.
I'll tell you what, if Grice gets hot from the outside and Massey continues to do it on the inside, Memphis can pick up a W here.
He's been their best perimeter shooter of late. Last year academically ineligible, and a great comeback story here for Memphis. Tigers with a 1-point lead. Marsh knife into the basket. There have been 7 lead changes in the ballgame. As we approach 3 minutes to go, Burks. A kick ball as Tinsley stuck his leg out. Rice comes back into the ballgame. Richmond will take a seat for the Tigers. Massey double teamed immediately. Cross court to Carney for 3. A little bit strong, and Quincy Davis is really making an impression on this game. Larry, Brandon Brown quickly broke down court, was wide open for a split second.
He was, but they couldn't see. Did not see him going down there. Look at Burks doing a good job out there on Marsh. Well, stay with him. Look at that defense. Great defense.
And he coughed it up. They forced him to regurgitate it.
What a terrific play defensively by Burks that time. Antonio Burks made the defensive play of the night. Marsh had been having his way out there.
Grice
Again!
working that three-point line like a part-time job. John Grice III with another 3-ball, his 3rd. And a timeout called by Tulane Sean Finney.
Well, once again, I want you to go back and take a look. Watch John Grice. This is what we call flare of the screen. Watch him go in, set the screen, and then come out. See him flare? He doesn't roll. He simply goes out beyond that 3-point line and nails the 3. And then Grice comes right back again. This time, he needs no help. He simply receives the pass, looks, shoots, bottom of the net.
A lot of times you see Grice, Larry, being covered by opposing 4 men, and that presents the mismatch that you see right there when he takes them on the perimeter.
Well, it does. And the thing about it is Grice is smart enough to know if he rolls inside, he's going to get the big guy. Why roll in there and have to contend with that? Stay back out. I'm hitting my 3s. Give me the ball.
John Grice with no 3s in the first half. 3 of them here coming in the second half, giving the Tigers a 2-point lead. Let's see what Tulane runs out of the timeout. Trying to go inside to Marsh, posting up the smaller Burks. 15 on the shot clock. Span out top. 10 on the shot clock. Brown, not a perimeter shooter, but he'll get the rebound.
What a rebound by Wayne Tinsley.
Span for 3. And this time the rebound cleared by Carney.
Haven't heard much from Carney in this second half.
Well, he made a little noise with 10 points in the first half, too. But Memphis with a 2-point lead and possession.
Just had to have a good shot. Look to Massey. Grice has been hot. You can see Brown out there on him.
Burks with the pull-up. Davis with the rebound. And a chance once again for Tulane to tie. Approaching 1 minute to go.
2 to tie, 3 to go ahead.
And a reaching foul called on Rodney Carney. Folks, don't forget Saturday, a full day of college basketball for you starting at 1 o'clock Eastern time. And number 9 Notre Dame and Chris Thomas taking on Carmelo Anthony in Syracuse. Then it's number 8 Duke against Virginia at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific Saturday on ESPN.
Well, Mike Krzyzewski trying to turn around a disappointing night tonight against Wake Forest. You know, I had a chance to see Wake on Sunday when they lost to Marquette. Wake's got a good basketball team.
Sure do. Span makes the first of 2. There's a look at the standings up to the moment in the ACC, and it is so tough to win on the road in that conference. Just ask Duke.
Who would have thought that Wake Forest at this time in the season would be in first place in the ACC? Not many people.
Span missing the opportunity to tie. Davis Tipped up. Rebound Memphis and Grice.
Boy, that was a big rebound right there because they had a couple of tips at it. Tulane just could not finish.
Massey out top. They're going to spread the floor a little bit here, Larry.
Yeah, but Tulane's going to be able to get the ball back.
35 seconds on the game clock. 13 on the shot clock.
Let Burks handle it. Let's see if they can get it to Massey.
Get into the set. 8 on the shot clock. Massey
touched the rim. On any of the tips that they tried to get up there, none of the shots hit the iron.
A little bit late, Larry, wouldn't you say, getting to the set?
Yeah, yes, they were late. But they were trying to get it to Massey, and Tulane had surrounded him. They were not going to allow him to go in there. We call it circling the wagons.
Boy,
just don't let anybody in there.
Boy, Chris Massey's got everything on him defensively, except for the grainy black and white surveillance photos.
Here we go. A basket wins it for Tulane. If they win, they're going to take a timeout.
Finney's going to talk things over. Timeout Tulane with 12.9 seconds to go.
They're going to take a full 60.
First place on the line in Conference USA's National Division tonight. Sean Finney's crew coming in 4-4 in conference play. A win against Memphis tonight would put them in a three-way tie for first, along with the Tigers and UAB. South Florida lurking in the high grass, close behind at 5-5. Memphis, meanwhile, with a pretty daunting upcoming schedule as well. Louisville, UAB, and South Florida on the horizon. Louisville and South Florida games on ESPN.
Mark, I got to tell you something. This is really ironic. This afternoon when you and I were watching the shoot-around, I watched Sean Finney put in an out-of-bounds play on the sideline. And they worked on this play for like 5 or 6 minutes. And it was simply to try to free Ratari Marsh coming off of the baseline on a double screen. Let's see if this is the play that they run, because this is the play they worked on all day today. Not all day, but about 5 minutes of their practice.
For the players, it felt like all day.
Yes, because he made her run it over and over and over again.
And there's one of the intended targets or scorers, Ratari Marsh.
Now Marsh is on the baseline. This is the play they worked on. They worked on a double screen for him coming around the top. Let's see if in fact that's what they do.
Marsh being guarded by Burks. And he gets it out top. Uses the Brown screen, but they push it out. Marsh had it stripped away. Massey ran it down. Did he get the timeout? No, he stepped out of bounds. Tulane ball with 3.9. And John Calipari signals for a timeout.
What a play by Burks defensively. Look at him slap that away. You can see the right foot go out. Look, Jim.